And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Factorio in our Extreme Production series. Okay, so here we have gold processing, and let's try to make it look like gold here. A little on the yellow side. There we go. Let's see. Actually, I want to copy that. I'm going to go down to gold, and I'm going to paste that color on this. I'm going to paste it on this too, and then we're going to need to rename this. Okay, so we need gold mine, inventory full, and then we need gold processing, inventory empty, and head on out and do your thing. Now, are we running out of... I think we might be... No, we're not running out. We got lots and lots of solid fuel left. But this should unload all the gold, and this is the last one we need. I did blueprint this unload setup here. Gold, however, does not use regular furnaces. It uses the chemical furnace. So we're going to set this up. Plus it requires chlorine. So we're going to give ourselves a little bit of space here. And we're going to set these up kind of like this, all the way down. 1, 2, 3. Yep. And how many of these do we want? Let's just try a lot of them, however many we can fit. Not sure of the exact number, but if we look at gold here, it's a 3.5 second process, and it uses that chlorine that we've been saving up from the aluminum process. So let's just continue building these up, and then we'll think about chlorine in a second. I think that's a good number. I'm not sure how many that is. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. That's 44 of these bad boys. And these are going to be gold. So let's paste that all the way down. Now, we need chlorine, so obviously we're going to share between the two. I'm trying to put them close to the chlorine source over there. I'd rather not have to run the bottlers, just because it'd be a little bit more efficient to run it like this. So we're going to run them in between. Okay, now for the undergrounds, we're going to need to link all of these up. And while I do this, how many pumps do I have on me? I have 12 pumps. That might be enough. Keep this pipe pressurized at least. Now that those are going out, we need to run them out like right to there. Hook them all up together. That way we can have one master trunk line coming in. And then we're going to want pumps every time we get an underground, because I want to make sure this is all pressurized to the max. So let's get all of these squared away first. Then we can run the main chlorine line, which we have, I mean, something like 90,000 chlorine sitting over there. Plus a whole lot of bottles of it, just in case. While that gold is unloading, that train is, moving gold over. It takes a while for those inserters to fill up all the things. Okay, so out here, we're gonna want I'm gonna want to move this over because we're gonna have an underground coming in over here. So go space of 2, and however far it can go. Obviously, this one's not gonna go very far. Do we have any other type of pipe that runs farther? So iron goes 10. We could, if we grabbed some plastic, we could go 15. That might be a wiser thing to do. Let's try to grab some plastic here. And grab some undergrounds from plastic. So I'll take this away. Could be auto-crafting those, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, I've started using blue belt. So FYI, we're moving on to blue belt. So there's a whole bunch of blue belt here. So these are 22. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. So we need to go 11 down. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right here, although I'm not sure if it's really needed. But, you know, it keeps with the same design, general design that I've got. I just need to route all this stuff, use up all the belts that I just picked up. Okay, so then we're gonna need inserters, and then this setup I can actually copy and paste for other setups that require a fluid or a gas. I know nickel is going to be requiring this same sort of system. I just want to get the inserters in here so I can put my undergrounds in here as well. There we go. Now I can run my undergrounds. We're going to offset it this way and try to run these as far as we possibly can. Right to the end. And we're going to merge them in together. And there we go. Obviously I need inserters on the outside, and one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to create a pattern here and then use a blueprint, just a simple one, to copy and paste that. And then right in here, and just like that, we have it. We also need to extend our construction range down a little ways so it picks all that up. That way, I actually build this down here. Now for these, it's a little tricky. I want to make sure we're building. Okay, we need to overlap a little bit there, unfortunately. And let's stretch this as far as it can. Come back up here, and I want to match them as best I can. Even though it's not really inhibited on this side, nice and even and symmetrical. So this, we need to go down here. Okay, just about ready to go. Now those pipes are done, we can run some plastic pipe. Hopefully be able to have enough. See how far this stretches. Oh, that's pretty good. Now remember, we want to gap it too before we run it again. And that makes sure that we have full compression. So there's 1, 2, 3. There's 3 there. Unfortunately, we're going to need a spare. And it looks like they're all powered, or they will be powered. Got 200 chlorine, 200 chlorine. Everything is pressurized except this one, which is waiting for this substation, which they should be arriving shortly. You see the poor bots trickling in very, very slowly. So now I think we can run the gold, because we don't have any chlorine up here yet, but it'll grab the first little bit of gold and get ready for when they... There we go. Oh, just about dropped that one. As you can see, the chlorine is now flowing, and with the pumps, we're pushing the chlorine into the system. And we need one more belt right there. And now we're getting a ton of gold. Oh, if only I had this much gold, that would be beautiful. And now we need to think about how to get this down on the bus. So if we go straight down from here, can we go across? Ooh, we almost could. Almost could go all the way across. So I'm gonna probably have to kind of merge it right in there. Give ourselves a little space. There we go. And there's our aluminum, so we just need to track with the side of that. Let's give ourselves some room around that carbon. And let's give ourselves a little bit of space here. Now, do we want to go right next to that? This is kind of a long ways. Do we have this? Do we have the? Yeah, I think we could. I think we could just run it right along the side of that aluminum. So let's get this going. And if I need more belts, I can use more belts. It would be, you know, more optimal to underground the whole thing, but I like the look of the belts. I like seeing what's on there rather than sort of guessing. So let's see how far we can. Oh, we could almost almost reach across. I'm sure this is going to be the same deal. Oh. And this is actually blue belted, so it's moving a little bit faster. All the way. Let's keep that separated there. And there's gold. Finally, we have materials to produce what we need to. Get the modules going. Not sure if we have the... Pretty sure we don't have the green circuit production to really keep up with this. But we can always ramp up production as we need it. So, modules. Oh, the module system is painful. First things first, we need to bring over plastic. It would be really nice to actually upgrade plastic as well. So let's get some initial upgrades going. Because this process uses a lot of plastic. So I want to sort of match in where we are there. Let's take out the red belt. Let the plastic flow. I'm going to go drop off all the red belt I can. And yeah, we got a pretty decent amount going. The next thing, we're definitely going to want to research this thing. And this uses lubricant, so we can't actually make these in our pocket anymore, which is unfortunate. So we're going to need a loader crafting system. And I think we're going to use a little bit of bot action to move things around, just because the inserters, we're making inserters. We got a nice inserter setup going. I don't think we need too many more extra items. We obviously need circuits. Let's see. I'd like to do it around where this lubricant is, because nothing else needs lubricant here. So it would be nice to be able to do it over here. So what are our belts? That's plates and gears. There's some more gears. And the express loader is more gears. I might just have to make another setup for lubricant, because that is I need the space here when we get titanium going, because it's going to use quite a lot of titanium. I mean, here we have a lot of the materials, but they're routed funny. Yeah, there's really no easy way to route any of this stuff. So I think we could sneak one in over here. Yeah, no, we're gonna need a lot of space. So let's just use a new section of the bus here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is gonna be yellow loaders, red loaders, blue loaders, green loaders, and purple loaders. Okay, so red and green, and once that is done, we'll have a better idea. So we also need a crafter for belts. So I'm going to put that up here, because I don't want to move belts. I don't want to do a provider chest and a requester chest for belts. That would be a little awkward. So I'm going to make the belts right on hand here. So we're going to need like iron and gears. So that's iron and gears, that's iron, that's gears. This is the blue loaders. Now if we look at the next loaders, green loaders doesn't use any lubricant, and Nitnol, the purple loaders, don't use any lubricant either. So this is the only one that uses it, unfortunately. So we're going to have to create a really specialized lubricant unloader for this. Kind of a waste, but at the same time, you know, let's just request 20. Like so. And then this one requires gears and red circuits. This is red and green, just green. So if we're going to have these being upgraded, 10 iron plate, 20 gears, 20 gears. I think, you know, we don't really need this to be super duper fast. So I think I'm going to do iron, I'm going to do gears and iron plate here. And then this is going to have to be gears. This is going to have to be gears. Just because the next levels don't require iron gears. They require the specialized titanium gears and then the nitinol gears. So, obviously we need green circuits and we need red circuits all the way up. And let's look at the circuits just really quick. That is red and blue, and this is probably blue, yeah. So, if we share, let's do greens here, and then reds here. And then reds are going to have to come up here with blues right behind them. And then blues coming in right there. Not the most elegant way to do it, but it is what it is. But we want the final result of blues. We want those to come out. Oh, no, not those. We want these. And let's put a limit on these of 1 stack. We're also going to need inserters right here. So I'm going to put a requester chest. It's one of the reasons I kind of hugged this. And we need inserters. I'm going to do like 50 of them. And that should deliver all 50 right away. Okay, and then we need gears or plate here. We need these things here. I'm just going to try to consolidate all these here. Okay, we need gears and iron plate down here. Where's a good spot for that? Obviously, we have this red belt here, so we need to go out one more. So let's get gears right in here. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Okay, and then iron plate. Try to sneak this in. Doesn't really give me much choice. Guess right here is going to be have to be good enough. It's like so. Okay, and set iron down. And then we need green circuits. Then we need red circuits. And eventually blue circuits. And I'm actually not even producing blues right now, which I should be, because those things are a nightmare to make. I need more underground belt. I'm gonna grab those. Pretty painful amount of gears goes into these underground belt. So there's greens. I want to keep these spaced out as best as I can. And so there is greens and reds on the way. And these need greens and reds, so I'm going to set up these. Where'd our gears go? Did I not? No, I didn't push gears down. Okay, so here come gears. There we go. And we are starting. How many gears does it take? 20 gears. And we need red circuits. And there we go. Our first express loader. Good to go. So yeah, I think next we're going to make a system for blue circuits. I usually try to get that a little closer to the end here, or to the beginning of the bus, but this time around it's been a little packed in a little tight. I put the batteries here instead. This is where my blue circuits would go, and not sure how to do a blue circuit setup just yet. I know what I'd like to do. I'd like to try something new, maybe make green circuits on site, but that would require a massive amount of copper, which I could run from here. I could have another smelting stack basically delivering copper, and I could have it run through here and up and delivered for my on-site green circuits. Because if we look at the recipes here, green circuits take 0.5 seconds to make. Blue circuits take 10 seconds to make. So in 10 seconds I can make 20 of these. Well, it just so happens that it takes 20 green circuits. And then it's just the red circuits kind of interrupt, because those take 6 seconds and I only be able to make like 1.4 red circuits. So I need at least two red circuit setups in order to make a blue circuit setup, because of the time involved. I could use the electronics assembly machine for these blues, but it's so compact that it's hard to make a setup that works really well, and can be beaconed or whatever later on. But yeah, now we've got, look at that, 32. This process is just going gangbusters over here, and we are producing tons and tons of these. I'm gonna actually put those in my hot bar for future use, and we're gonna plan on having an upgrading. I need to upgrade plastic all the way to the source. But the first things first, we have these to upgrade. So with these first ones, I kind of want to upgrade all of these, just so I can then upgrade them later on. Where's steel? Okay, steel's there. Iron, copper, plastic, circuits. Oh yeah, this one here. And then gears. Okay, I think that's all of them on the main bus here. So I can take the reds that we've got and then dump them right into blues, and those will get upgraded first. I don't have logistics. I don't have trash slots or anything researched yet. So that will come a time, and yeah, I think we're gonna probably need to ramp up production once we get going, because red circuits especially are gonna be hurting. So it would be nice to also build up. Oh, where is it? Assembly machine. These here, crafting speed of 2, but they require brass, and we don't have any brass right now. Brass, I believe, is copper and zinc. Yep, we don't have zinc set up yet. And zinc is right here, and it requires sulfuric acid to craft. A lot of sulfuric acid, to be precise. So I usually do nickel. I usually make nickel. Where is it? Here. And that makes sulfur dioxide. And then sulfur dioxide you can actually make, there's a sulfur dioxide. You can actually make that into sulfuric acid right here with a little water. And so I make a nickel setup which produces this. I add some water, produces that, and then I can use that sulfuric acid to make the zinc right here. And that goes pretty well, although you got to watch your limits and your production because you might run a little dry on one thing or another. So you got to keep an eye on that. But that'll have to do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.